I've got a quick question for you. It seems that every time that you're introduced, when you're doing a mainstream television interview, like on CNN, they always introduce you and say, well, Congressman Paul, despite the fact that you are languishing in the polls, they throw that out there right off the bat. Now, early on, after the first and second debates, of course, we were following MSNBC and we were following the CNN polls, and overwhelmingly, just a landslide favor with everybody that was watching. And yet they quoted you as having 1%. The only poll that I found that said 1% was obviously an internal poll done by CNN with 414 respondents. How do you intend to basically make that boomerang back at them? And do you intend to start mentioning the overwhelming popularity that you're enjoying on the internet and on these so-called unscientific polls?
Yeah, and it's not going to be easy because if you do say something correct and make out the point, they will just ignore what you say as well. And some of these polls are slanted. We were talking a few minutes ago about the poll that listed 9 candidates. There was a CNN LA poll, and they excluded my name as an offering, as one of the candidates. I think ultimately you have to prove yourself both in number of people who sign up for the campaign, money you raise, the rallies you get, and then eventually it has to show up in the polls and in the early straw votes and the early primaries. Otherwise, we can't kid ourselves either. I think the internet is skewed toward us and benefit because it's a special group of people who really respond to this message. At the same time, the 1% I think is directed, in the opposite manner, just to make it sound like and look like that we're not doing well and that we're not showing up. But it's an important job to do. But I don't think by making one statement is going to solve our problem. It's going to take a lot of work and effort. I think the rallies that we have really have an impact in the towns that we have.